This is the ultimate shelter against hail and fierce storms. When a hailstorm unexpectedly swept through northern Longbow Valley, Edgar, who was hiking in the mountains with a heavy pack on his back, ran forward with quick, short steps. Pea-sized hail slammed into his body, causing sharp pain. The agony seeped through his skin straight to his bones, and ice chips blinded him so he couldn't keep his eyes open, leaving him to rely on vague outlines. As he ran toward the rock crevice in his memory, wearing only a short-sleeved shirt, Edgar hasn't even recovered from the pain yet, before he's already shivering from the cold. To quickly alleviate his current predicament, he constantly scans his surroundings, then starts clearing away the rocks on the ground. To build a stone hut, he has to finish building it before dark. Otherwise, the plunging temperatures and thin clothing will likely risk hypothermia. Arching his back, Edgar drags over stones of various sizes scattered all around, one by one, and stacks them into low walls along the rock face. Sharp stone edges cut several gashes into his hands, which, mixed with melting ice water, stings so sharply he gasps. Yet he daren't stop his hands. Soon, the loose stones originally on the ground are nearly all used up, so Edgar has to endure the pain of hail pounding his body, risking hypothermia to gather rocks outside the cave. Every time he bends down to pick up a stone, howling mountain winds whip ice pellets against his back. The chill creeps down his neck into his body. His teeth chatter uncontrollably, and his fingertips gradually grow numb. Several times he almost drops the slippery stones, but thinking of the freezing temperatures after dark, he grits his teeth and bends down to keep hauling. The low walls on both sides gradually rise. Intermittent thunder rumbles across the sky, and larger hailstones smash into the surrounding rocks, making a dull, thudding sound that shakes the newly built stone wall as if it's trembling slightly. Once done, he intends to grab his camera to admire his handiwork, but then a sudden clap of thunder crashes down, and Edgar gets so scared he pees his diaper. It takes him ages to calm down, before he starts collecting stones again, to build a fireplace, perhaps left traumatized. When he hears thunder again, he's so startled he can't even hold his stones steady, but thinking how much colder it will get tonight, he forces himself to keep building. Once the surrounding walls and fireplace are fully finished, he quickly clears out the dirt and rubble inside. This step is crucial. If he fails to clear away the debris, not only will sparks fly and damage the shelter when making a fire later, but when he curls up to rest at night, the uneven ground will make it completely impossible to sleep. Then he fetches some fir branches to spread inside the cave, to serve as a Simmons mattress. With everything ready, Edgar pulls out a bundle of dry firewood, tucks it into the stone stove, and lights it. Orange-red flames quickly catch along the grain of the wood. Warm heat slowly wraps around his numb body, and Edgar's taut nerves finally relax. Then he takes out his carried canned food to heat on top of the stove, while Edgar curls up inside and sips hot drinking water. The warm heat washes over his shoulders, slips down his collar into his chest, and melts away the ice crystals that had burrowed deep into his bones. He watches outside his shelter as the crackling hail pelts the rock face, splattering into puddles of water, with bean-sized raindrops streaming down the gaps in the stone wall. Behind him, however, a pocket of warmth holds steady against the wind. The fingertips that were throbbing from the cold gradually ease up and regain sensation. The cuts from the sharp rocks are still faintly throbbing, but they no longer sting him into gasps from being soaked in ice water. Once the canned food starts sizzling and steaming, he spoons it between his carried slices of bread and digs in with big bites. The warm food slides down his throat into his stomach, a sense of fullness slowly spreading from his belly, and the energy drained by hiking and hauling rocks gradually returns. Then Edgar takes out a pre-prepared blanket, covers himself, and leans against the warm rock wall, listening to the howling wind outside the stone hut, driving hail to batter the rock wall with thuds. The chill on his body is thoroughly baked away by the warmth. Suddenly he feels that this tiny stone hut he built with his own hands right now is more secure and reassuring than any luxury hotel plan.